And the fact that this guy's not an all-star is a joke. Alex Cobb and Kodai Senga get to be all-stars over Blake Snell. I mean, where do we begin with this? You want to go with the name, right? There's some people that think Elly De La Cruz should be an all-star, right? Big name, one of the faces of the game, I think, already. I think that's fair to say. One of those must-watch players. If you make a list, like top 5 must-watch players, Elly De La Cruz is probably on that, right? Along with Tatis and Ohtani, maybe Acuna. He's on there. Some people think he should be an all-star because of that name, right? But he hasn't played in very many games this year. If you want to go with that argument for Blake Snell, like the face, who's the bigger name and all that, like, okay, Blake Snell fits that over Alex Cobb or Kodai Senga, right? And if you want to go to the numbers, guess what? Blake Snell fits that as well. He deserves to be an all-star with that as well. Look at these numbers that he's had. I mean, we can start with the start that he had last night. Goes 6 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, walks 3 guys, but he punches out 11. Lowers his ERA to 2.85. 8 starts with Gary Sanchez that he's had so far. He has a 0.56 ERA in those outings. That's the best since 1913. Third best since 1913, when I think ERA was started to become official. He's only behind some dude named Nolan Ryan, never heard of that guy, and Irvin Santana and their catching combos. That's it. Blake and Gary are number 3 on that. He is pitching so well. And I put out that tweet the other day, and I think I put it out on Instagram as well. Let me go look at that post that I had. It was comparing Snell, Cobb, and Senga, because I could compare Corbin Burnes, but there is a better case for Burnes to make it over Snell than there is for Alex Cobb and Kodai Senga, who, by the way, is the Mets number 3 starter. So here's the numbers. Blake Snell, a 3.03 ERA. This was entering his start over the weekend. So, because this is when Senga and Cobb were elected all-stars. 3.03 ERA, Senga 3.31, and Cobb it was sub 3. So, okay, ERA, Cobb has him, but Snell has Senga. And then starts, he has 17 starts at that time, which is more than Cobb and Senga had. And if you want to look at the innings, obviously that's more than those 2 guys had. You look at the strikeouts, 121 entering his last start for Snell. Way more than Kodai Senga, who I think had 113, and Alex Cobb had less than 90. You look at the whip, 1.26, I believe, for Snell, and 1.28 for Senga, 1.34, I think, for Alex Cobb. He has the numbers over those guys. He's from Washington. He's pitching as the best guy in baseball for the last couple months. He just won the National League Pitcher of the Month. So, yeah, it's stupid that this guy's not an all-star. Now, I don't care if he would have pitched. I probably would have preferred that he didn't pitch in the game. But, I think we should care that he's not an all-star. I just respect our guys, Tatis got snubbed. Kim, okay, I could say he's not an all-star, whatever. I think he's had a really good year. But Snell and Tatis, how are those guys not all-stars? Tatis doesn't make it over Lourdes Gurriel Jr., and Snell doesn't make it over Kodai Senga and Alex Cobb. I mean, come on. There were numbers that I saw from Kevin Acee. Where are it? Here it is. So, as of Sunday morning, this was his Padres daily newsletter. 2.85 ERA for Snell, 4th in ERA among qualified starters, 2nd in punchouts, 132, 1st in batting average against, 200. That's someone that should get elected initially in the starting pitcher pool, not just be a replacement, but be elected initially. He wasn't elected initially, and he wasn't elected as a replacement, which I guess is decided by the commissioner's office. I saw somewhere today. They must not be watching Blake Snell. Because if you're watching Blake Snell and you can look Or just, you don't have to watch them. Look at the stinking game logs. Look at the game logs. And that will tell the story. This guy has been tremendous. He is an all-star. He's our all-star, even if Major League Baseball doesn't want to say that he is an all-star.